practiced slavery. That being said, absolutely no black people were affected in any real way at all by American independence, and the 4th of July for us is just another day of picking cotton and being beaten. So where is our day? Well, let's talk about Juneteenth. You would think it maybe had something to do with the Emancipation Proclamation, which is the document that Abraham Lincoln signed on January 1st, 1863, declaring that all slaves were free. But no, not really. Juneteenth is actually June 19th, 1865, 2.5 years after that. We'll talk about why that is in a second, but first, let's talk about Lincoln freeing the slaves. He ain't really do that at all. The slaves freed themselves. The Civil War started in 1861, and between then and 1863, thousands of slaves escaped on their own and ran north to fight in the Union Army. Lincoln eventually realized that this was advantageous and thought, hey, if I say all the slaves are legally free, then maybe more of them will come fight on our side. And then, hey, the slave road can't take them back, we good. And so then he created the Emancipation Proclamation, freeing all the slaves in the South. But that didn't matter because at the time the South wasn't even part of America, so literally, you did nothing. In fact, in the North, Maryland and Delaware, 2 states that he actually did have jurisdiction over, you didn't free the slaves there. He let them continue to slave during the Civil War. It became one of the bloodiest wars in American history, killing more than 700,000 people, which is more than the Revolutionary War, World War I, World War II, and Vietnam put together. So yeah, about 1 million people died in the war fighting about whether or not you should own black people. Back to Juneteenth. So yeah, on April 9th, 1865, Robert E. Lee surrendered, officially ending the Civil War. Then the next week, on April 14th, 1865, Abraham Lincoln was shot because people were mad about that. And even though slavery was being completely eradicated from the South, there were still plenty of slaves in Texas. Literally hundreds of thousands of African Americans who didn't know that they were free were being kept in Texas because it was the farthest away from the Union's control. But then, on June 19th, 1865, General Granger and his army went into Galveston, Texas, and General Granger stood up on a balcony and announced to the entire city of African Americans below them that they were now free. And the entire crowd erupted into black joy. Singing, dancing, shouting, crying, laughing. Black joy. So much so that the next year, those very same free black people went to celebrate under that very same balcony. This story of pure black joy isn't really told, and it's for many reasons. One of them is that shortly after slavery, when the Jim Crow law started, black people weren't allowed to celebrate in public lest they be lynched. Black joy became illegal, punishable by death. Another reason we don't celebrate it is simply because America doesn't like to face its gruesome slave history, so Independence Day is just more agreeable to everyone. And the honest truth is, even June 19th, 1865 wasn't really about black people. It was just a random day that a general decided to go flex his power on Texas and say, you will obey America or else. That same general that spoke on that balcony on Juneteenth, in that very speech, he suggested that the newly freed slaves just go back to the plantation and ask for a job. So basically, just go back to doing the same thing you've been doing, but now you make a penny for your time. So no, not even that moment on June 19th was about us, but this holiday, Juneteenth, is ours. We as black people have mastered the art of turning pain into passion, of turning misery into music. And so Juneteenth is a celebration of our freedom, of our joy. There's still much work to be done. There's still a long journey ahead, but we will walk this road with laughter in our spirits, with joy in our hearts. We will walk this road. Happy Juneteenth. I love it.
I just thought I'd share that with you all. This is Charity Croft. He's on Instagram. I think he has a website and some other platforms as well. So I just wanted to share that with you all, the history of Juneteenth and how it's not technically our history as far as being free from slavery. Like he explained, we made it our day. So let's be clear. what we're dealing with. I just wanted to share that. So happy Juneteenth and welcome to $10 Holla. In a second, we're going to invite our Facebook fam into the building. And we'll see what we see today. Today has been very low key, very quiet. I believe they're doing fireworks where I'm at. Somewhere up the road, they're doing some fireworks, which is pretty cool. I've always been a fan of fireworks. So come on in the building, get comfy, cozy. It's time for $10 Holla. This may very well be a short $10 Holla. So get in where you fit in, and we're gonna get started. It's interesting. It's been quiet. It hasn't been quiet on social media though, but like in the day to day, it's been quiet. I noticed like many Black people, they don't really, where I'm at here, they don't really say like Happy Juneteenth. Like it's not really any of that energy. So that's what I'm meaning when I say it's been kind of quiet around here. So come on in. I'm gonna give this a few minutes, and like I said, if it's going to be a quiet evening, I will call it a night and see you next Friday. Okay. So some interesting things going on, interesting things taking place on our planet lately. It's funny that this card came out because I feel like, it is Juneteenth. It is a holiday, right? But this is the energy on the planet, this sort of apathy, this kind of like, right, yeah. Like, yeah, it's Juneteenth, but look what we just have gone through in the past month, the past 2, 4, 6 months. And pretty much most people are kind of over it. Most people are holding this kind of energy. It's kind of like, yeah, like whatever. Like I'm not really impressed. And it's interesting, I know many of you've seen on social media, maybe on TV, but I haven't turned on the TV in months, so I don't know. But on social media, you have these Caucasian actors and they're giving apologies and they're saying that, we take responsibility and all of this stuff. And then you have us, the viewer, looking at it like not at all impressed. Just not at all impressed. We don't care about pretty words at all. So that 4 of Cups that I just showed you that's like the energy. It's like your abuser beating you up and then coming back 2 hours later with a bouquet of roses. And you're kind of just like, are you for real? That's this energy. That's this energy. So that's what's going on. Most people, I guess, from what I'm feeling from the collective, there is a celebratory energy here. There is this desire to heal and mend and change, but there's also this disappointment and kind of like, yeah, like those nice things that you're saying, they sound really nice, but we need it backed by real action. So that's what I'm tapping into. And even with my own energy today, it's kind of like, I just saw the 8 of Swords. Wow. It's kind of just like, being joyful, being peaceful within my own being, but also tapping into an energy of kind of like, yeah, like I don't think words impress me. Words don't ever impress me. Like I like the gift of writing and song. I like lyrics. I like things like that. But poetry. But just words and no action don't really impress me. So um, I'm experiencing that energy, and I'm also tapping into that energy on the collective as well. All right, so we're gonna be here about 5 more minutes, maybe even 3. It's just one of those days, you all, and I did want to show face and say hi. And 2 of Wands. Somebody has some plans. Somebody's thinking of a master plan with the Queen of Wands on the bottom. Beautiful energy to have. I feel like, and let's keep talking about this sort of apathy and disappointment and just kind of like uninterest. Like, I feel like people are waiting for the other shoe to drop. That's the energy I feel. It's not even like a calm before the storm. It's just something else. There's something else brewing. And some of you know it intuitively. I feel it. I feel it, and I have been feeling it for some time. Hey, lovely, how you doing? But just something brewing. Something's brewing, and I don't know. I didn't pull cards for it, but hey, lovelies. We have 2 lovely goddesses in the building. I'm on YouTube and Facebook. This is gonna be a really quick evening, you all. I'm kind of feeling it in my body that there's, like I was saying, like there's another shoe about to fall. Like, I feel it, and I don't come on here negative Nancy or stoking any type of fear fire or anything like that, but there's this sort of energy that like I said, this is not necessarily a calm before a storm, but just another shoe about to drop. There's an energy here, and that's what it is. And I had just said I didn't pull a card for it. Well, there's the card for it. Something's brewing. Something brewing. That's it. Hey, goddesses, how you doing? Something is brewing in the ethers and in the midst of all the abundance and amazing energy and change, real change that is happening on the planet. There's just a little couple things floating around that are ugly and kind of yucky. So I just want to say that. I just really want to say it. And I think that's maybe why, my energy is kind of like I said, oops, pardon me, I got a call. Like I said, I'm happy. I'm enjoying my life. Things are going great. It's just I have this sense that there's more going on. So yeah, I have to say it. I have to speak it. So that's there. Hey, goddess, how you doing? How you doing? This is a very quiet evening, y'all. Like, I feel it in my body. Hey, y'all who just joined in. If you would like $10 holla, you already know you could cash app TiaraSharde. If you want to vibe with me, you could go on and vibe with me. And what's interesting, you all, I wasn't really going to come on tonight. And I was wondering about that because I'm like I said, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about my day. But for some reason, I'm like, maybe I should just kick it tonight. Like, maybe I shouldn't even come on. But then I was just like, let me just show up. Let me at least show up and I guess, discuss with you all what I'm experiencing. How are you all feeling today? Maybe this is just a check-in. How are you all feeling with things that are happening? Today is Juneteenth. For my YouTube fam, I did play a quick little video explaining today and what it really actually means. And how we kind of made it our day, and it's not necessarily an Independence Day. So, if any of you have any thoughts on that, or if you're going through something, do any of you also feel like another shoe about to about to drop? Like, do you like sense it in the air? Like, wait a minute, like, because I feel it. Thank you y'all for the thumbs up and the love. So yeah, this is honestly, this may be the most somber I've been for $10 holla. And like all is well, I'm good. It's just like I'm saying, it's just energetic, powerful, positive, vibrational effects. Ooh, I love those words. Beautiful. There's a lot happening, and we have an eclipse coming up. I believe it's in Cancer. There's just so much that's available for us to tap into, and many of us, you feel that, and you also feel something else on the side. Like listen, y'all. Like, I don't know. So I keep getting it. So maybe on Sunday. Yeah, the eclipse that's on Sunday. That eclipse is going to be something real serious, real powerful in many different ways. Like, so much healing, so many breakthroughs, so many seeds that are able to be planted, right? Because with the eclipses and with all these things, they take time to like integrate and play out. So several months from the eclipse is when usually you'll get the bulk of it. You'll get the gift of whatever was brewing in the background. So there's definitely the energy of abundance, but there's also the energy of conflict, of friction. So I just, I want us to be mindful of that. Like, I often say, be careful of what you pay attention to. Make sure you're pulling in the life that you actually want. So you're focusing on the things that you want and not the bad stuff. I just do want us to be aware that, like, what's going on? Like, something is coming, y'all. Yeah. Okay. So, damn, these are majors. Majors, back to back to back majors. So, things are shifting. It's showing all different things. I don't know if, oh, wait, hang on. The energy is surrounded around the stronghold of slavery, not just for Black people, but for the earth. It has a lot of anger. Ooh, wee. Yeah, and like, as you say that, I just felt so emotional then. It wants us to feel trapped. Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of the energy that's going around, it's not ours specifically, like you're saying. It's just how things have transpired on this earth, for sure. For sure. There's so much energy here. Like, it's good. Beautiful things are happening. And at the same time, so these are the cards that I just randomly pulled. They were all in a row, and I shuffled the mess out of these after the readings I did. But the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, and the Star card. That is, hey Tahuti, how you doing, love? That's some powerful energy. It just popped me on the nose. That's some powerful energy to tap into right now. It's a combination of saying like all is well, all is being mended and molded and balanced out, and we're figuring out this whole shift as it's taking place. We're taking in that good, the bad, we're hopeful for a new beginning. And also, it's like I said, this awareness that there's a little more to go. You got the Nine of Wands. There's a little bit more to go. And we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. it's just, I'm sensing in this moment the friction, the static that comes along with any type of amazing change. Hey, love, how you doing? Yes, and we will focus on the beauty of life. We are not trapped at all. Absolutely. Hey, Mona. Hey, Talia. Hey, y'all who just joined in. Yeah, I feel that so much. Tahuti says we are at the doorway of the Aquarium. Cycle energy shifts and changes is happening all over the world, even in our solar system. Big facts. Big facts. Like, yeah, definitely thank you for, for all of you mentioning what you've mentioned. But yeah, like, this is a major shift, hey, on the planet as well as in our solar system. For reals. Like, for real. And it's sometimes, it's interesting because you feel that joy and abundance, and then you also feel the other side and needing to be that balanced divine being and finding our footing and working through it. And those who feel this stuff, it's like we're working on ourselves. We're working on generational cycles. We're working on womb healing. We're working on unlearning and relearning. We're working on sending love to the planet, to our ancestors. Like, we're doing so much that, like, we're so tapped in, and it can be a lot of pressure. And sometimes I can experience that. And some days I'll just be like, you know what? I'm not doing shit today, bro. Like, I can't. Like, I'm literally going to lay down and be asleep all day just because of, and you all know it. All of you in here are spiritual. You've dived into your spiritual practices. You know, some days you like, woo, like I'm lit. And other days you just feel all that is going on. And you're like, oh my, I can't do this anymore. Mona says yes, and it's exhausting. Ain't it though? I don't think many people really understand, and especially those of you who've dedicated your life in this moment to self-mastery and healing and just learning all that you can about yourself and the divine. It's like, you have a lot on your plate. And shout outs to those of you who are on your journey and who are being consistent, because it ain't for the faint of heart. Spiritual journey is not for the faint of heart, okay? It's intense. Okay? But yeah, so there is that balance, that integration, that learning that's happening. And this is gonna be a quick video. $10 holla just went a completely different way, and I am more than pleased with it. Listen, I'm just gonna go with whatever is supposed to play out right now. I lost my train of thought just because I'm thinking of so many different things at one time. But I do want to, encourage you all who are on your journey, make some time for you. Because like Mona says, it's exhausting. So like, if you need to sleep an extra hour or two, just sleep. I feel like we tend to take for granted how much we do. Like, just because maybe you're not physical doesn't mean you're not using your energy in a certain way. And sometimes you can get tired from that, tired from being tapped into the divine, tired of feeling other people's emotions. Many of you've literally have been doing spiritual baths and rituals just because of other people's stuff. It's not even your own stuff that you've been working on. You've been working out other people's shit. Like, dang, I can feel all your funky energy. Let me do a ritual because I can't. Like, it's that type of stuff. With that being said, I feel like more of you are going to be stepping into leadership positions just because you're necessary. Like, your knowledge, your skill, your gifts are necessary. So you're in the process of stepping into that role, or you have been in that role, and it's just going to get even more intense. So this is what flipped over. This is a high vibrational energy in this moment. This is you being the boss and getting things done, being the leader. The emperor sometimes can come across a little harsh, maybe, or a little too authoritative. But with this energy, I'm really tapping into that leader. You've been through things. You've developed your spiritual tools on how to get back. So if you're depressed, you know the spiritual tools to hop right back in the game. So it's that skill set that makes you an authority. So many of you are going to be called upon to walk in that path, or to be bigger, or to shine brighter than you normally have been. And also you may be invited to do more. For some of you, you had an awareness that you were going to be invited to do more, but others of you, it may have been a shock on how it was delivered to you, and you're like, oh, you want me to be this? And they're like, yeah, we want you to be, or whatever your energy is. The emperor doesn't have to be your energy, but they definitely want you to show up bigger and brighter than you have been. That energy is here. I guess we're just doing channeled and then tarot messages tonight, y'all, which I'm happy about, honestly, because like I was saying, my energy was just a little, I wouldn't say off. Like, my energy's not off. I'm all the way on. I'm on, okay? I'm on and I'm in. It's not in alignment with the $10 HOLLA platform for tonight. So I'm gonna do it a different way, and that's just what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. What else can I say to you all? I do want to pull a Sacred Traveler Oracle card. I didn't want to be up here too long. Transformation is at the bottom. A fresh new way of living emerges, and that's the Phoenix. So maybe that resonates with someone. But there's a, and then you have Mystic Healer underneath that. Like, see, anytime I see this card, I already know what time it is. I'm entertaining people who are divinely guided to be leaders and healers. It is your calling. There's nothing you could do about it. You might as well step in that beautiful role and be all that you are. We talk about that in the Goddess program, embodying all that you are. Be all that you are. Don't trim or shrink or cookie cut any part of yourself. Be all that you are. And for some of you, you are that Mystic Healer. All right, so let's just pull an Oracle card, and then we're gonna call it a night. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go get some fresh air. I went for my walks today, so I'm gonna get some fresh air. I'm gonna meditate. Definitely gonna meditate with our lovely and beautiful plant medicine, Mary Jane, and just kind of speak with my ancestors and see where I'm needed. So Tahuti says, yes, being an empath is hard right now. A group of us is getting together tomorrow, bringing in the summer solstice, kicking off a bonfire, sending positive energy to the universe to bring change to current events on the earth, connecting with the angels and our ancestors. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. There's all beautiful things in that and what I felt from that. And to share with you what I've been doing for like a long time, at least a few years now. I have been giving honor to Mother Earth. So I'll have an earth candle. I'll give offerings to earth. Like if I have like some pineapple or something, I'll put that by the trees or wherever I can. Where I was, the landscapers would like get rid of that within like a day or so, but I would just kind of leave like little pieces strategically, for earth. So I believe in that, giving earth offerings, lighting candles, sending love and abundance. It's great to do like a self-love ritual and, rituals for loved ones and things like that, but also do it for earth. Do rituals for your ancestors, your guides, things like that. All of your whole entire light team. So I want to pull Sacred Traveler Oracle card. What messages do you have for us on this beautiful evening? I may have to change the title because this wasn't necessarily $10 holla. This was just kind of like a vibe. I'm thankful for you. And it fell over. Gates of Triumph. Let's go. Gates of Triumph. Success expands in your life. I like that. I like it. I like it. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it. What an interesting energy. Okay. Lioness Alexis says, yes, let's go. Yes, I love this card. The gates of triumph are waiting to open deep and wide for you. Inner and outer success is coming your way. Thriving is a state of mind. Accept that you can reach any goal you desire, and even more victories will expand in your life. The more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune will pour into your life. Arriving in a foreign hamlet, wreaths of flowers are placed around the sacred traveler's shoulders. The townspeople celebrate and honor the traveler. I feel like I just said that. The village elders know the challenges faced and overcome and are welcoming with open arms. If a situation knocks you over, get up and brush yourself off and discover what you learned. You aren't a failure if you fall down, only if you stay down. So keep going and believing in yourself. This is what true success is. Acknowledge your accomplishments in life. They are more than you imagine. Victory, good fortune, and triumph are at hand. Wow. Look at that, beautiful people. That's some good energy. And you know what? Because it mentions success, I also want to do angels in your biz. This is a great deck for money and business. I don't get paid to promote this. This is the creator. She's on Instagram, Emily Aarons. She had some sort of like thing where the deck was free and you just had to pay like $4 for shipping. So I was like, let me give sis, a little bit of my energy. And I love these cards. They're absolutely stunning. Like, I'm in love. Okay, so let's see what they have. Let's see what the angels in your biz have to say about whatever, about anything. And I keep my decks shuffled. I just like to do it on camera with you all to kind of get the energy popping. Yep, on fire. Everything is working exactly as planned. And if 31 means anything to you all, that's the number, or the number 4. Number 4 absolutely means a lot. A lot. Foundation, stability, support, business. All right, so 31. Okay. So on fire, everything is working exactly as planned. You're doing exactly what you should be doing, and everything is working exactly as planned. If you have any tiny bits of doubt, please release them to your angels now. You're fully in alignment and things are moving. Wait a minute. And things are moving easily and effortlessly. Don't question it, just enjoy. All of your hard work is paying off. That's amazing, y'all. Like literally 2 of the same type of cards. That's how you know it's real. That's how you know it's real. And it has that beautiful purple, which is my favorite color. So that's tonight's message, y'all. This was $10 holla. And I'm thankful. I wouldn't have had it any other way because, like I said, I'm tapping into an interesting energy, and I kind of just wanted to feel it out. But I said that I would be going live tonight, so I didn't want to not do that. I like to do what I say I'm gonna do. So here I am. But I hope that that message resonated with you all. I appreciate all of your comments and you just sharing what you're dealing with, what you've been experiencing. I send you so much love. Again, happy Juneteenth. I hope that you felt beautifully, wonderfully Black and exotic and melanated and decadent and successful and abundant and prosperous and just, I hope that you were tapped into your divinity today and for always, forever and always tap into your divine magic. And I love you all. Have a beautiful evening. Bye-bye, Facebook. And good night, YouTube. Love y'all. Have a great evening.